Good evening, good evening, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm on. I'm on. I'm on. You know what's something that I really like, that I like so much, that I really like, and I can't really explain why, but it does something in my head, and that's this over here. This design. See the one dot in the center? One dot in this open space, in the open space, but the dot of the open space is supposed to be, see this dot here? This little indentation? But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about two things. Now, you're all old enough to know about this, but when you were younger, you used to say, Mummy, pee-pee, poo-poo, pee-pee, poo-poo. Mummy, got to do a number one. Mummy, got to do a number two. Well, let me show you the numerological numbers of this. PISS, ISS, ISS, IKISS, ISSING under the tree. But that's not what we're talking about. P16, I9, S19, S19. 19 and 19 is 38. Twice would be 76. Could be the spirit of 76. So we have SNS is 19 and 19 is 38. Plus 9 I is 47. 47. Nice number. I like that. Super Bowl 47. Something like that. Plus the P, 16, is 63. Creation of man, letter resh, and the I. 3 by 6 and 3 plus 6 is 9, and 27, if I'm not right, is 18. 18 and 9 is 27. Now we go to shit. But I don't like that word. I rather say tish. Tish, tish, tisk, tisk. Why? Because shit backwards is almost like saying Tishrei, which is what is that? The first day of the year, which is September, October in Hebrew, Tishrei, the month. Shit as a word, S and H is 19 and 8, 27 again. What's funny about that word is an S and H, we can say is the soul heaven or the spirit heaven. See, I really haven't deciphered from which one it is, because it could be both, depending on what the rest of the phrase is going to be. The IT is it. The it is the element that brings you from the spirit world down into the bodies that we are. The it. Who are we? It's the it. But who's he acting on? Well, it's a male it on Earth, and his robotic number is 7286, and he's coming from another planetary system where he sees through his glasses, right up to my glasses to where I see me on the screen. Then you see me is what you see into your eyes, all the way back up, like playing a Nintendo game. Right? So the word is shit. SHIT, 19 and 8 is 27. Another I. Piss and shit both have an I in it. You know why? Because the I is what connects you to the other world. You release it. It's yours. You go back into the world again. Anyways, 27 and 9 is 36. And T is the 20th, is 56. 56 is also for the wolf. 56 is also for the wolf flow. Shit is also 56. So if you put piss and shit together, okay, which are two bodily functions, okay, piss and shit, 63 and 56, the total added up together, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the total added up together is 11.9. 119, 11.9, the Twin Towers have come out. You have peed out one end, you have crapped out the other one. You have built a fortress inside of you. You eat, you build a fortress, and you let it go like a snake. The other thing, if you want to look, if you want to see what's between both sides of 12, a 45-degree angle, 90 minutes is what I call it. You go from here to here. It's a keyhole. If you turn it upside down, you can sort of say it's a tunnel for the train tracks. Well, look at the square paper. Don't forget that. So now you know. There are so many little tiny things, like this wheel over here. What's funny about this wheel over here? Add it up. 31, 40, 54. 27 and 27, 54. Also contemplating on Nibiru, 74, 75. You flip the wheel to the other side, right across, 34, 51, 57, 75. 3 numbers and 5 numbers. The egg. This is in 2014. This is the year, the start of this year, okay, of that year is October of 2014. Now, what is going to happen then? Is it starting or is it ending? Because this says orphan children. Somebody is saying something about orphan children from another galaxy, because everybody knows this has to do with space. We can also include the pool balls maybe in here. And if you want to include the pool balls in here, one of the good things about this is that, again, when you include the pool ball around the 0, where's the 0? 15. That's the number of pool balls. 35. Is this 32? And 19, 51, 15. 5115. And I have more stories about that somewhere in my book somewhere. What does it mean, all the numbers? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Don't forget, by the time I really figure something out, anyways, I want to show you something a little bit different. Here, when you want to go play pool, you rack them up. Rack up the hanger. But when I put 2 of these together, it sort of makes one living space here, one living space here. This touches this. This touches this. This would be decided if you take a good look at it, even though it's the fleur-de-lis, you can also create the cards and their position or the chakras if you choose to do it that way. Okay, this is also partial sign for the quarter moon, and it is a sign of nuclear. The signs of nuclear materials, take a look. Are they quarter moons? What is that nuclear design that I just showed you? Is it radioactive? Radio, anybody hear the radio heads and all these? Listen to the music. Let's decipher everything. Let's see, let's classify it. We're maybe trying too hard to try and figure out what they're thinking without us seeing it our way through how we lived in our life. Because for every generation, for every year goes by, there's a different slang that comes up. Every person that went through grade 1 over the last 100 years, if you talk to each one of them and ask them a certain question, all the same question, you're going to see different ways they're going to come out and talk back to us the answers they're going to give us. The Giants. New York Giants. You did know that New York is 5775. Who's Jeff George? Because that name is 5775. It's just uncanny how Federation Galactica and 5775 and 1776 and everything is coming together in less than 2 years. Do you know how exciting that is for me? Because it'll tell me whether or not how I'm thinking is proper. Am I actually seeing that there's, well, actually, if everybody really wants to know what's coming, truth. We're going to find out more truth, reality. The world's going to turning over a whole new page. That's what's going to happen about that time. How it happens, I don't know, but that's my forecast for the numbers, how the numbers, because don't you know pi never ends? So the cycles will continue, and as long as there's life, we'll know the cycles. They'll just keep turning over and turning over. The same goes for, hold on a second, listen to this. Will you have whole wheat? Well, would you like me to have half a wheat? How much is half a wheat? It could be the number 4. Why? Because wheat in French is 8. 8 is like 2 balls. Cut them in half, and you got 33. You're splitting them in half. I didn't say separate the 2 balls. If I say separate the 2 balls, you got 0 and 0. And then it might be valued at 15. Because for me, 0 is 15. 8 and 8 is 30. Plus the 8 is 38. And that's the woman, W-O, and the connection of the 3 little pigs. I'm probably going to always tell you something a little bit different. You ever have a bagel and eggs? I was at the funeral the other day, and the gentleman said, he says, the circle of life for a Hebrew is a bagel and an egg, is the circle of life. Because the bagel is round with a hole in the center that is open to put the egg, the yellow yolk, to give you the life spirits. Put a little cheese to connect the 2 sides together, and now you're a walking bagel. You can also have bagel, eggs, bacon, ham, cheese, and sausage. 2, 5, 2, 8, 3, 1 to 9. Sausage. That's us. We're one link. That's all. The sausage. Will you have 1 link or 2? Well, that's okay. What are we on to? There's so many things. I can't explain it to you. You put in order to bend this, you would weld it in the corner and pull the pipe around. When you pull it around, it's only like this. Although you see the 2, that's the resh in Hebrew. The 1 and 7, or if you see the L, that's on an angle, 3D L, okay, put it over here, turns into a 4. On your telephone, 1 over 7 on your phone, in between is 4. This is your 2. In order to make a 2, has anybody ever seen this? What's in between 1 and 3? 2? Okay. 2, the second letter, is the letter B. Okay? Take a look at this. If I move this 1 all the way over to the 3, it'll turn into that B. So, certain things, did you understand that? The way the 1 and 7 was actually the 4, and if you really look at it, the 4 is the jack. And when you put the 1 and 7 together, like I said, it's a 4. When you put the 1 and 3 together, it becomes the B, which is in between, which represents exactly what it is. There's so many crazy little things. One I can't even explain. This one over here. I connected 2 sides to make the B. Here and here, here and here. This is one side and the other side. See the way they look like quarter moons? This quarter moon here and just this quarter moon here. Now remove that from the scenario, this one. And you can keep changing whatever the value of the picture is. And this quarter moon or the earring is the same thing they have, I think, on the people like from another country. I don't know if they're Arabic or whatever it is. I really don't know. And you know what I hate now that I'm talking about it? I don't care who moves here. But you want to move someone into our town, not to get us all fucked up and screaming at each other. Teach everybody properly. They don't do it. They don't show us the mannerism, because when you come from somewhere else, move into somebody else's country, and it's the same thing for me. If I move into somebody else's country, I got to become developed for them. I have to be fair to them. Otherwise, all it brings on are these laws. More people move in. They don't show them the right way to live. Okay? Whoop! Now there's a million of me here. There's a million of them. When it all started, there were a million of them. Their laws were okay. Now that there's a million of me, we changed all the laws. Now we're warring together. Now my law, now imagine I break their law, I go to jail. They break my law, they go to jail. But wait a second, when this all began, I was there, they were there, they were doing their thing, I was doing my thing. No one was in jail at all. But now, because they don't teach you what to do, we all put walls and up against each other, and we lock ourselves up. They even hire us to lock. Hey, you want to work at the jailhouse? Okay. Well, we're going to lock them up. Huh. All right. I only got a job. It's their fault. They should have listened. We should have listened to have more laws instead of understanding to respect. You don't need these laws. The laws are only because everybody stopped respecting. And, well, there's a little bit more to it than that. Raphael, 7286, and thank you for watching. And like I like to say in most of my videos, by the time you watch this, it might be 2015, maybe a little bit later. And by the time, the reason I'm saying this is because if you watch it, you can watch it. But if you don't watch to the last 20 seconds, you'll never know that I just said what I did. Thank you. Have a nice afternoon. And by the way, I'm thinking of putting a little stamp. I don't know. You should tell me. Should I do it? I want to put a stamp on my videos that say I am dangerous to the mental health of people. That was the last comment I got. Are you sure your mental health is okay? I don't know, but yesterday I met a physician. The first thing she said or something to me, she says, I've heard about you. Like, what the? You heard about me? Oh my God. Should I say that I'm famous? Someone heard about me. I don't think they heard about all of me. Because if everybody heard about all of me, I wouldn't have 23,000 views out of 1,700 videos. That's only 12 or 13 a video, but that's okay, because I like 12 and 13, so. Imagine how hard I work to get 10 and 11 views for every video. I know one thing, the payoff is in the future. And I never have to see more than what there is, because it is what it is. What I would like in return is that we're able to revert everything back to the first 5 laws of creation, starting with the trust and the truth of all, the purity of the heart. Without the common knowledge, we know nothing. And it's not only with our common sense, but to have common sense is to understand the sense of others. Raphael, 7286, in the constellation of Pegasus. You know what I've been seeing lately? A lot of movies made in 1999 that have told so many stories that have happened in the last 13 years. And I'm still not sure, but I have not seen the story of the end of the world. Not exactly explaining that it is the end of the world, but understanding that the end of the world is when the change, a drastic change comes, and the world we know it that's going all of a sudden goes, and starts going like this, nice and smooth. It makes a difference more than ever before. Raphael 7286, but not to forget, I mean, there wasn't the law for drinking and driving before, okay? So we in order to, because we have so many people drinking and driving, we have to make the law different. We have to make the understanding of alcohol different so it just doesn't happen. Like, just easy to call a cab where it's free all the time if you drink or something. And you can set up societies of some sort. There's always something you do. And you know what's fun about this whole thing is? I can say anything I want. It's all just a thought. Good, bad, what do you think? Okay, we'll try it. It's like they do in Disneyland. They build a ride in Disneyland, and if nobody goes on it, well, they take it down, they build something else. So you have to stop thinking about money. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to spend money to make things work. But in our reality, we're not actually spending any money. And I'm one to talk, because for every extra cent I have, I never spend it in the right place anyways. And I'm talking maybe $1,000 a year. Like, where can we waste it? Do we have it to waste? No, we just bought a brand new TV, third one in 2 years. I didn't waste my money. But everybody's different, you know, up to a certain point. There's so many ways to look at things. And I think this video is done. Thank you for watching. Raphael, 7286, in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm going to be making a prediction. This video is done.